Joe Manchin is blocking the increase of the minimum wage to $15 an hour. It was slated to go in the COVID relief bill. It passed the Democratic version of that bill from the House. It goes over to the Senate. And there's a lot of facets to this story. Manchin and Sinema said, no, we demand to have lower wages. We do not, under any circumstance, want higher wages for American people. That's just a fact. That's literally their position. They're for lower wages, and they want to block the Democratic version of the bill that has higher wages. And it appears that they might want to vote down the whole bill if they don't get their way for the benefit of their donors. And as we just reported, TYT Investigates shows that Joe Manchin would also personally make a lot more money if the bill, if minimum wage is not increased based on his private businesses. Okay, so unfortunately, not only the mainstream media, but a lot of Democrats take that as a fait accompli. Well, okay, that's it. I guess there's nothing we could do. No, you could fight them. I don't like for corporate Democrats, like, oh, fight? No, civility. I surrender. Now the reality is, of course, they're not surrendering. Joe Biden and Joe Manchin agree. Joe Biden's just using Joe Manchin as an excuse not to do the $15 minimum wage he never intended to do in the first place. But we'll get to Biden later. In terms of this particular bill, especially, and the overall $15 minimum wage fight that continues and will continue until we get the damn thing. Well, then we're going to make our case first. Who's we? Well, in this case, it's Rebellion PAC. Yes, I founded Rebellion PAC. Brianna Wu runs it. She runs it brilliantly. And every once in a while, we'll make ads that'll show people the reality. Now, we're not connected to the Democratic Party. We're not connected to anything, okay? So if Joe Manchin cries, oh my God, they're beating me up too much in West Virginia, make him stop, because that's usually how they think. Well, Joe, who are you gonna make stop? Our donors are all you guys. It's join, rebellionpac.com/join, rebellionpac.com/join. Now, you'll contribute to this ad and we'll run it more in West Virginia if you like it. So let's show you the ad and show you what Rebellion PAC's about.
Joe Manchin betrayed you. He could have doubled your salary, but he decided to serve his donors instead. They gave him millions to make sure he kept your pay low so they could make more money. He says the people of West Virginia don't want higher wages. That's ridiculous. Why don't we cut his salary and see how he likes it? Or we could just fire him. Tell him you'll never vote for him again if he sides with big business instead of the hard-working people of West Virginia.
Rebellionpac.com/join. Let's ram that ad down Manchin's throat until he says no mas, no mas. Okay, fine. My donors aren't worth it. My hotel chains aren't worth it. These guys are really gonna cost me. Look, do I mean it? Hell yeah. If I could, I would make the wages of the Senate minimum wage. Then you know what they would move it to? $100 an hour, $200 an hour. They would move it instantly. They would move it overnight. And every single person watching knows that. Doesn't matter if you're liberal, conservative, or in the middle, or any party affiliation. You know, if we made the Senate wages minimum wage, $15 would be a joke. I swear to God, they'd move it to $150 an hour, okay? So let's cut his wages. And if he cries and he goes, oh, but it's not fair. Oh, really? So it's fair that we make minimum wage, but it's not fair that you make minimum wage, right? So no, let's get to a right minimum wage. And the way you do that is hardball, Anna. You, as a listener from a long time ago when we were on the radio, called in and said, and again, proverbially, beat them with a stick and they will do.
Yeah, I mean, look, what I love, there are two things that I really love about that ad. Number one, the voiceover guy sounds super cool. Like he sounds like someone I want to hang out with, especially with the toot that we're getting in that wonderful ad. Like I love the phrase or the line, why don't we cut his salary and see how he likes it? First of all, you wrote that line because that's the way you talk. Secondly, I love it when you talk like that.
No comment. This is a TYT exclusive. I don't know how we got our hands on this ad.
No, it's great because I think what it importantly touches on is the clear disconnect between American workers and the very politicians who are supposed to be serving their best interests, right? When you have these business investments, when you're invested in individual stocks, when you're part of a group of people, if you're a senator and you have access to closed door intelligence briefings on what's likely going to impact the economy, you should not in any way be invested in individual stocks. You shouldn't have these business investments. And I mean, we're seeing the ramifications of it right now as he's working against the best interests of people, against the best interests of workers in order to enrich himself and ensure that he gets the highest rate of return on his own personal investments. It's a huge problem. And look, Joe Manchin is, soup du jour, right? Like he's the one in the center of this $15 an hour minimum wage battle. So that's why all the attention is on him at this given moment. But this is a problem that infects almost every single member of Congress. We have more millionaires in Congress than lawmakers who are not millionaires, and that's a problem.
They're so rich, their names even say it. This dude's name's like almost Manchin. There used to be a Republican senator named Ellout.
I remember.
Yeah, I'm surprised there isn't one called Private Jet. So now, look, when it comes to Manchin, look, the internet thinks I'm rich, and look, from the mouth of the internet to God's ears. But if I was rich, I'd put $1 million into this ad, and I would, you know how cheap radio and TV ads are in West Virginia, let alone digital ads. I would run this. I'd put $1 million into this ad, and I'd run it nonstop until Joe Manchin came and asked to vote on $15 minimum wage. He would ask for it. He would ask for it. You know how this is real politics, okay? So whatever his approval rating is, let's assume that it's 60. It isn't, but let's assume that. I would run that ad until it hits a number where Manchin feels it. 48%, he's below 50. Below 50 means incumbents usually lose. 45, I just keep running it. 42, what do you need? What do you need, Joe? Before you realize the people of West Virginia actually want higher wages, not lower wages. So now I don't have $1 million, you guys don't have $1 million, but we all do it together. So rebellionpac.com/join, and whatever we can muster up, we're gonna keep running that ad until Manchin cries uncle.